Hello everyone, it's Jen from Sundae Baubles. I hope that you're doing great. This is the second installment in our jewelry collector series, and this is a series where we explore the special pieces that we've collected over the years. If you're interested in sending in a submission, please email me at sundaebaubles@gmail.com. Today we're going to explore a special ring that belongs to one of our subscribers, Kim Vardis. This episode is titled Fated for Florida, but it's going to begin in Michigan. Kim and George grew up in Michigan, but over the years they lost touch as George had moved to Portland, Oregon. During Thanksgiving of 2012, they were able to reconnect thanks to some friends, and they decided to try and sustain a long-distance relationship. Things went well, and in 2013, George invited Kim to travel with him to Florida. It was his 60th birthday trip for her, and knowing that she was an avid jewelry collector, he drove her to many antique shops to look for jewelry. Kim has a great appreciation for color-changing stones, and this beautiful ring caught her eye and her heart. The design elements were beautiful. The asking price blew me away when she told me, just $25 for this 14-karat gold ring. 10 prongs hold the stone securely in its basket. Stylistically, I date this ring to the 60s and no later than the 70s. If you look at the wonderful basket and prongs and the architectural elements, those are really the telltale cues. That beautiful center stone in Kim's ring is a synthetic sapphire. Many refer to them as synthetic alexandrite sapphire because they shift colors, but they differentiate from true alexandrite in their colors. Alexandrite was found in the 1830s in the Ural Mountains of Russia, and it shifts from green to red and is sometimes referred to as a emerald of the day, ruby of night, and that's because of the dramatic color change that it shows. The Ural Mountains have been almost completely mined out, and now there are still some alexandrites to be found in Brazil, but they are very rare and very expensive if you can get your hands on one. These beautiful synthetic sapphires have been created kind of throughout the 20th century, and they're still made today. They're very beautiful, but some sellers refer to them truly as alexandrite, which they are not. They really should be referred to as a synthetic color-changing sapphire or a synthetic alexandrite sapphire. Synthetic stones have been created since 1813. The first synthetic stone was essentially a merging of two rubies together, which is rather fascinating. And there are many different processes that can be used to create synthetic stones, and we'll get into that another day. Kim's story doesn't end here. It's actually going to take her back to Florida. You see, in 2013, that fated birthday trip led to future events that would change her life forever. In 2016, Kim retired and moved to Florida. 2 years later, in 2018, she and George were married, and they now live just 5 minutes from the shop where she found her special ring. Talk about fate. As part of this series, I've asked our jewelry collectors to share some of their top tips with you. So here we have 3 key points from Kim that may help you to build your own collection. First, build a collection that you love. Choose something, a designer, an era, materials, and build around this theme. Research your area of interest. This will help you get the maximum enjoyment on your journey of collecting. And study pieces in person, in books, or in videos, and increase your knowledge. You'll find that you develop expertise and confidence as you learn. Thank you so much for coming on this jewelry journey with me and sharing your stories. It's fascinating to learn more about you all and to see some of your pieces. If you're interested in sharing, please email me at sundaebaubles@gmail.com. Coming up next week, we have the long-awaited moonstone video. This is going to dive into the history of the usage of moonstone in jewelry, look at pieces of moonstone in jewelry, and we'll also talk about moonstone synthetics and some items that are marked as moonstone by many sellers that are not moonstone at all. I hope that you've enjoyed this video and that you'll consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Take care, and I'll see you again soon.